and you don't know if you're supposed to surrender or keep following the steps, and it all feels so overwhelming. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach, manifesting expert, and founder of mkmagicmindset.com. If you're new here, my channel is all about law of attraction, manifesting, meditations, and more, so be sure to subscribe. I would love to have you. In this video, I want to share with you how to stay focused when manifesting, how to know when to surrender, when to keep trying, and how to put all of the kind of moving pieces together when you're trying to manifest something. I feel like sometimes manifesting in the law of attraction can just feel kind of overwhelming. Like, I've been studying and practicing the law of attraction for a very, very long time. I didn't just wake up one day and it all clicked and I knew exactly what I was doing. I didn't just read the book The Secret once and I just knew it all. Like, that's not how it works. Your manifesting process is always going to grow and evolve, and you kind of adapt to what's going on in your life, and that kind of shifts how you go about your manifesting process. So we're going to dive deep into all of that. But before we jump into the video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up really quickly, that little button right down there. It helps this video reach more people, and I love making these videos for you, so go ahead and do that right now, and let's jump in. I actually want to share something with you because I got asked this question in my live Q&A that I do inside my Create membership. So somebody asked me if I was always good at manifesting. And the funny thing is that I've always been a very, very determined person. Like, if I want something, I'm going to find a way to make it happen. And I've basically always been creating and manifesting things without realizing what it was. It was almost like I had this magic power, but I didn't know what it was called or how to classify it. I just knew that if I wanted something, it was going to happen for me. I knew that if I could tap into that feeling, that it would show up in my life, and it always did. But this is when I was younger, so I didn't have all that like cloudiness that happens as you get older and more people tell you no and people try and acclimate you to the real world and take away your imagination. So it was kind of this uninhibited thing that I had when I was younger, that I knew that if I wanted to create something, it was going to happen for me. Call it sheer determination, will, stubbornness, but all along I was manifesting. So it was always something that I feel like I had within me. I just didn't know how to classify it. So fast forward to, 10, 15 years later, one of my friends gave me the book The Secret, which is most people's first introduction to the law of attraction. And I remember reading it and becoming fascinated about it. And the cool thing was I was able to immediately start manifesting things again. When I remembered that kind of childlike feeling that I knew anything was possible, it kind of reignited that in me. And then I was able to start manifesting things quickly again. But then I became obsessed and I started reading too many books and following too many things, and that started clouding me again. And then I went through all these periods of where I was able to manifest certain things, I wasn't able to manifest other things. I was trying too hard. I was trying to manifest multiple things at the same time. I was just doing too much, which in turn was blocking me from manifesting. So I want to save you that struggle. Trust me, that is not where you want to be. But I know it's such an easy trap to fall in, because once you manifest one thing, then you get kind of hooked and you're like, okay, well, I need to do this, and I'm going to try and manifest all of these different things at once, and I'm going to hold the feeling, I'm going to follow the steps, and then I'm going to surrender, but I didn't fully surrender. It's so easy to get out of focus when practicing the law of attraction. But I want to simplify it for you. I dive way deeper into all of this information inside my Breakthrough Training Series. We go over beliefs and expectations, and I share with you my magic tipping point technique. There is so much really good, valuable information in there. I will leave a link up here and a link down below. You seriously won't want to miss this. But let's simplify it, because it doesn't have to be overwhelming and complicated if you just stay focused. Let's break it down. So when you're trying to manifest something, first of all, I always like to tell my clients, the people I work one-on-one with, everybody in my coaching programs, my memberships, everything, I like to say, pick one thing at a time to manifest. Because if you're trying to manifest 10 different things, your energy is scattered all over the place, and then it makes it hard to focus. So pick one thing at a time. And I get this question all the time, like, how do you know when it's time to move on to the next thing? You don't need to wait until that thing manifested to move on to the next thing. Pick one thing at a time. Pick one thing per week and then move on. Give that one thing your energy, your feelings, all of your techniques for 1 week. and then surrender and move on to the next thing. So when you're picking one thing at a time to focus on, what I want you to do is just fully immerse yourself in that one thing for that week. So when you pick the one thing you intend to manifest for that week, follow the steps that work for you. Find your way into your manifesting process. Find the techniques that work for you. Feel the feelings, live in it, know that it's yours. And here's the question I get asked the most. How do you know when to surrender? When do you surrender? How do you know to surrender? What does surrendering feel like? What does it look like? What is surrendering? So here is my answer. You surrender when you truly, fully, completely believe that what you want is going to happen. It's already yours. You don't have to ask for it anymore. Think of it this way. You wouldn't ask for something you already have. You would not ask for something you already have. So you don't surrender until you fully, completely feel like it's yours to the point where there is not a doubt in your mind. If there's still a doubt in your mind, keep finding your way into it. Keep figuring out your belief system as to why there's doubts. Keep working it until you have no doubt that it's yours. And like I always say, you can't fake this. You can't fake this feeling. Energy doesn't lie. Your feelings don't lie. So only surrender when you truly, fully, completely believe that what you want is yours. I know so many people say, well, I surrendered and it didn't happen. The key is you fully know that it's already yours. So even if you don't see evidence of it happening by the date you set or by the time you thought it was going to happen, you still believe it anyway. That is where you really know that you've got your energy behind something and nothing can get in your way. So until you're at that place, don't surrender. But just because you haven't surrendered doesn't mean you can't move on to the next thing in a week. Some things, some big things especially, take a lot more time to get your energy behind. Sometimes it takes more steps, more holding the feeling, more shifting your beliefs and your energy to get behind what it is that you want to create. So as much time as it takes, keep going. But after about a week, just move on to the next thing and you can always come back. But for the sake of focusing, just pick one thing per week. Stop scattering your energy. Stop making it more difficult than it needs to be. And the other thing I want to share with you is what to do when you just feel low vibe or overwhelmed, or you just feel like you're struggling and you feel like you have to keep trying and things just aren't working. So when you get to that place, that is a clear sign that you need to take a step back. Take a minute for yourself. Take time for yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Reflect. Do what you need to do to get back to a space energetically where you can jump back into your manifesting process. You can't manifest from a place of being overwhelmed or unhappy or just feeling defeated. That is not where the energy you want to manifest comes from. So don't manifest from that place. You can take a break. You can take a step back. The whole world's not going to fall apart. All of your work you've done to manifest something is not just going to dissolve. You're allowed to take time for yourself. You're allowed to have bad days. Practicing the law of attraction and doing mindset work doesn't mean that you're not a human being. You are allowed to have negative thoughts pop up. You are allowed to have days where you just don't feel good. You're a human. It's not possible to just think positive thoughts and think good thoughts and have good feelings all the time. That's not part of the human experience, and that's not something you should try and force yourself to do. You are a human. Allow yourself to have your feelings, but your job is to notice where these feelings are coming from and acknowledge them and do the energetic work and do the mindset work and figure them out and fix them and move on and shift. So when you're in that place, take a step back. It's okay. You're allowed to have days like that. But it's what you do on your bad days and what you do when you're feeling negative energy and what you do when you feel overwhelmed. It's what you do about those feelings. It's whether you decide to stay in them and dwell in them and kind of like dig deep into them and sink into them and make them worse by indulging in those thoughts, or you can acknowledge that you feel that way. You can give yourself a break. You can take a day off or 2 days off or have a minute to yourself or chill out and do something for you and then shift into a better place and then think a better feeling and a better feeling and pick a better feeling until you start feeling better again. I think that is seriously such an important lesson. If you only take away one thing from this video, I really hope you understand that. Be gentle with yourself. You are a human being having a human experience. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification to get notified whenever I post a new video. And be sure to follow my Instagram at MK Magic Mindset. I share tons of law of attraction tips, resources. We talk about angel numbers. We go into so many fun things, and I share little affirmations each day, and it creates some really powerful energy when everyone comments and holds a space for each other. So be sure to follow my Instagram at MK Magic Mindset and check out my website, mkmagicmindset.com. There you can find information about my breakthrough digital course, Abundance Academy, joining my membership where you get live Q&As with me every single month, and you'll find tons of law of attraction tips, resources, tricks, meditations, and so much more. So be sure to check out my website, mkmagicmindset.com, and I will see you in the next one.